Solution of question number 37. Here we have V be a vector space of all 30 cross 30 real square matrices over the field R, and W be a subset of V which has such kind of 30 cross 30 matrices whose ijth entry is nothing but maximum of I comma j. So basically W has only single element, that is W be a singleton set which has non-zero element. So such kind of subset of any vector space cannot form a vector subspace. Hence W not a vector subspace. Hence its dimension cannot be defined. So our option B and D are correct. Solution of question number 40. Here we have fx be an arbitrary function and hx be another function which is defined in terms of fx as hx is equal to fx minus fx to the whole square plus fx to the whole cube, and this function is defined for all the real numbers. Now we will check the increasing and decreasing nature of h. We know if g be any function defined on some domain D to R, then if the derivative of g is greater than 0 in the domain, then g is increasing in the domain, and if derivative of g is less than 0 in the domain, then g is decreasing in the domain. So we will compute the derivative of h. Then h dash x is equal to f dash x plus 2 times fx times f dash x plus 3 times fx to the whole square times f dash x. Now rewrite this function. So we have h dash x is equal to 3 times f dash x times 1 by 3 minus 2 by 3 fx plus fx to the whole square. So basically the sign of h dash will be depends on f dash and f. We can rewrite h dash as 3 times f dash x. H dash x is equal to 3 times f dash x times f minus 1 by 3 to the whole square plus 2 by 9. So basically here h dash is completely that is the sign of h dash is completely depend on sign of f dash. So when f dash is less than 0, then h dash will be less than 0, or when f dash is greater than 0, then h dash will be greater than 0. So this shows if f is increasing, then h is increasing. If f is decreasing, then h is decreasing. So here option A and C are the correct. Solution of question number 42. Here we have a series of real numbers and we have to find a number on which this series converges. We know a series of numbers always converge to its sum. So basically in this question we have to find the sum of this series. So firstly, by observing the series, each term of the series, the nth term of this series is equal to un is equal to 2n plus 1 divided by n square time n plus 1 to the square, and we can easily separate this nth term in terms of two terms as 1 upon n square minus 1 upon n plus 1 square. So here also nth term is nothing but difference of two terms. Now we will find the sum of this series by taking sequence of partial sum, that is on evaluating the limit of Sn. So here Sn is equal to summation k varying from 1 up to n times 1 upon k square minus 1 upon k plus 1 square. So when we express this summation, then we observe the terms are cancelled, and at the last we have Sn is equal to 1 minus 1 upon k plus 1 to the whole square. So when we evaluate the limit of Sn, then the limit is equal to 1, that is sequence of partial sum converges to 1, and this is the sum of our series, that is my given series converges to 1. So 1 is our answer. Solution of question number 45. Here we have a nth order homogeneous linear differential equation with real coefficient and y is equal to x cos x be its one solution. Now we have to find the least value of n for which y is equal to x cos x be the solution of this homogeneous linear differential equation. Now by using y is equal to x cos x, we will obtain a differential equation which be a homogeneous. So when we take its first derivative, then we have y dash is equal to minus x sin x plus cos x. So y is equal to x cos x be its solution, but it's not a homogeneous differential equation. So take second order derivative. So when we take second order derivative, then we have y double dash is equal to minus of x cos x minus 2 sin x. So put x cos x is equal to y, then we have y double dash plus y is equal to minus 2 sin x. It's a second order differential equation. which having y is equal to x cos x be a solution, but it's not homogeneous. So further differentiate this equation. So when we differentiate it more, then we have y double y triple dash plus y dash is equal to minus 2 cos x. Again, this third order differential equation has solution y is equal to cos x, but it's not homogeneous. So further differentiate it. When we further differentiate it, then we have y fourth derivative plus y second derivative is equal to 2 sin x. Now use one of the above equation in this differential equation. Then we have y fourth derivative plus 2y second derivative plus y is equal to 0. Now this is the homogeneous linear differential equation of fourth order having y is equal to x cos x be a solution, that is least value of n is equal to 4. So 4 is our solution of question number 47. Here we have a, b, c are three constant vectors where a and c are given. So let b is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. Now we have two equations, those are satisfied by a, b, c, and we have to find magnitude of b, that is we will find vector b. Now by the given conditions, a dot b is equal to 3 implies y minus z is equal to 3, and we also have a cross b cross c is equal to 0. So that will implies c is equal to b cross a. So when we compute b cross a and put this value in the relation c is equal to b cross a, then we have x is equal to minus 1 and y plus z is equal to minus 1. So here x is equal to minus 1, and when we solve given obtained two equations in terms of y and z, then we have y is equal to 1 and z equal to minus 2, that is our b vector is equal to minus I plus j minus 2k, hence its magnitude will be root 6. So when we compute root 6, then its value will be 2.44 something. So our answer correct up to 2 decimal places is 2.44.